Hey everyone, it's ShadowFox back with another Minecraft video. We're on the Adults Play Java server again, and I've been doing a little bit of work off camera between episodes to gather up a bunch of resources that we're going to need today. So as you can see, we've got this lovely little contraption here in one of the side rooms of the main base, which could you really call it a room? It doesn't have like a proper roof or walls or anything right now, but you know what, it does its job for now. So we're gathering up lots of concrete. We've got 2.5 double chests at the moment, and unfortunately that's not going to be enough. Oh dear. Yeah, I need a hell of a lot of concrete, but that's why I've got this thing set up. So we've got the shulker boxes of concrete which have been brought in. These are being dispensed, and these go down into this lovely contraption here, which is a smart piston feed tape. I don't know exactly what you call it, but anyway, it feeds it into this thing, which you may or may not have seen before, but this is an Ilmango design TNT chamber, which blows up roughly 240 concrete blocks per TNT, so it's very efficient, which is great because we don't use TNT duping on this server. But I'm going to take a little fly down so you can have a look. So you can see all of the concrete is being pushed into this block in the middle. Now the actual center block is completely hollow, that's where TNT drops down, and maybe we can get a view of this in action. So I'm going to log on the camera count and I'll get converting some more concrete. So we ended up getting a bunch of white concrete and a bit of grey concrete. We've got about 6 shulker boxes worth, I believe. And I've also got another few resources with me. I've got some blue stained glass, some smooth quartz, a bit of scaffolding, a bunch of torches, because I want to start working on the next building out here. And you can see we've got this area just behind me where I've cleared out a bunch of the ice spikes. This is where we're going to be building. And what we're going to be doing is a high-rise block of studio apartments. And the cool thing about this is we're actually going to get other members of the server to come in and decorate them as part of a server-wide competition. The idea is we're going to be looking for the best futuristic / modern themed interior design. And the other members of the server is also going to get to judge it as well, even if they haven't actually participated in the build. So I'm going to get to building. This is going to use up all these resources easily. This is nowhere near enough. It's quite a big build. It's using a hell of a lot of white concrete. So we're going to have to go over and use the blast chamber a bit more once the server lag is sorted, because we're getting a couple of tick delays, and that's quite dangerous when you're working with TNT. So I've decided to leave that for now and just move on to building. But anyway, I am going to roll a time lapse of me building it now, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Hopefully we actually get a fair bit done. Not going to lie, that took a hell of a lot longer than I expected. So that was 2 hours of straight building. I was expecting to get a fair bit more than that, but I wouldn't be surprised after having watched back the footage if people are like, Shadow, what the fudge is that? Because it looked like a very odd shape when I was building that, but hopefully you can now start to see what I'm going for. So let's have a fly down. And you can see we've now got almost 3 floors done. I think in the actual completed build there are 10 floors, so we've still got quite a way to go. This is a very, very tall building. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. So you can see we've got the little studio apartments planned out here. Let's go down into one of them. So we've got a little entrance hallway. Got a very large open plan space. I don't want to give it like a defined room. Like I don't want to say like this is the kitchen or this is the living space, because I want the other members to be able to have a bit of freedom and decide what they want to do. But you've got a smaller room over here which could be a bedroom, bathroom, and then you can even go down a bit, so there's a bit of depth to these builds, and you get this lovely view out over the ice spikes. You see the Never Bottle Tower, the pyramid. Obviously the view is going to change as we go higher up. This is going to be filled with more stuff. It's not just going to be empty, but we've got this lovely spruce forest on the edge of the biome here, which I'm probably going to keep, I think. I think that looks quite nice. See over this side you've got more ice spikes. You've got a bit of a view of the ice farm. Obviously the idea was that with this being kind of the bedroom and the bathroom, is you don't really get too much of a view of it. But it's still nice to see it out the corner there. I might actually put a building up around it just to kind of hide it. But anyway, if we head down to the ground floor. So we've got 2 entrances, one on this side, one on that side. Oh, Jesus. Where the hell did you come from? Where did you come from? Ah, you probably came from up there, didn't you? Yeah, in my creative build, I think the only way I found to light those up was just using, well, not light them up, but make them spawn proof was using carpets. Obviously haven't done that yet. So I need to be a little bit careful in here, but yeah, we're going to have probably a map of the area in this section here. We're going to have some lockers for the posts. And then back here is actually going to be the podium for the winners of the competition. So I'll have a little memorial to that competition once that's done. Back here is just going to be the security room, I guess you'd call it, or maintenance. It's going to be blocked off. You're not going to actually get back there. But I've also got a section back there that's just completely empty. May use it for something in the future, may not. But yeah, that used up all my resources. I have been doing a bit more work over at the blast chamber. And I can't remember if I mentioned, but it was having a bit of trouble because it kept exploding itself. I've now found out what the issue is. It's not lag. But what's happening is, if I get down here. There we go. So this center block is always meant to be clear. And for some reason we've got a zombie down there holding a bit of concrete. So he's not going to despawn. But yeah, I guess he's part of the build now. I could shoot him, but I might just keep him. But yeah, what was happening is, for some reason, once the blocks reach the edge of this center bit here, that's when all of these pistons trigger, push it down just as the TNT explodes, because moving blocks actually have less blast resistance, and that's one of the reasons this farm's so efficient. But just before these pistons trigger, what was happening is a block was getting pushed into the center here. Now obviously that means the TNT is going to land on it and boom this whole area. So I'm not quite sure what's causing that. It's something to do with this piston here, and for whatever reason it's getting triggered before these ones are, and I don't know what the actual cause of that is. I'm not even going to pretend to understand an Ilmango redstone design. So I got a little bit of grinding done last night. You can see we've now got some extra floors on the tower. Still a few more to go, but once again I have ran out of white concrete, so gonna have to get back to the blast chamber. But also you can see we've started putting a bit of land in, because this thing was just floating in the air. It looked absolutely disgusting. I mean, it's not much better right now, but you can see the path has been extended. So if we swoop down here and try not kill myself, that happened a few times last night. You can see the path now has a section to branch off to the Nether Portal Tower. And it heads all the way along here and over to the apartment blocks. Now, it is just a floating plate. Underneath is an accidental mob farm, so there's a fair bit I need to do. I've got a few plans for what to do in these areas. I mean, there's a nice little kind of hollow down here, which I think might be quite cool if I take out this little bit of mountain here and then join this up to that mountain back there. We've got a nice almost circular hollow, which I've got some really cool ideas for what I could do with that. Obviously you need to finish attaching this to the floor and lighten up the area, getting the lamps in for the pathway so it doesn't just snow over. That's the problem in this place. Everything just gets covered in snow and then you can't see where anything is. But yeah, time to get back to the concrete machine, and hopefully in the next clip we'll have the apartment block finished, or the exterior at least. Well, the grind was real for this. Can you believe it? That is 12,000 concrete blocks. 12,000 just to build an apartment building. You'd think I would learn at some point to stop building these huge things. But yeah, this is my first time looking at it with shaders on, and it is looking absolutely fantastic. Obviously a couple of bits I need to tidy up there. We need to get some string on those so they stop getting snow spawning on them. Mainly the glass ones there that we need to stop the snow on. But let's swoop down, because I've actually done a bit of decorating on the inside. Also need to get some lighting for this path so that stops being hidden. But yeah, you can see you've got plenty of string all over this, which will keep it nice and tidy. But anyway, we head inside. We've got the map wall. You can see we've got plants around the place which are not so subtly hiding all of these light sources. We've got the concierge's office. Now this doesn't actually go anywhere, this is actually just trapdoors because I didn't have any spare doors on me. So I improvised. We've got the post lockers. Got 10 of them, one for each apartment. The winner's podium. Let's see, we've got 3 spots up there. I think we'll have one for best overall build, and then we'll have different categories that people can win in as well. Security maintenance is back there. Nothing there, no one's ever going to get there. We do have the second floor opened as well, which I haven't decided exactly what I want to do up here. So at the moment it's just all open. See, torches just to make sure we don't get any mob spawn. Not sure how to deal with the lighting in those spaces, because carpet really stands out against the white concrete. So it's a bit of a long climb to the top here. Where we're apartment 10, so I can give you a little bit of view of what it's like inside. Obviously getting a fantastic view of the Ice Spikes biome. Still a lot more to do here. Lots of terraforming to do, lots more buildings to go up, but it is looking pretty spectacular up here, especially with these shaders. I can do a bit of extra render distance, so I think. But anyway, let's head upstairs because there's something on the roof that I haven't shown you yet. Ooh. Yeah, staircases, a little bit of a tight squeeze, but it's manageable. So we've got the, what would you call it? Is it like a veranda? Balcony? What does it's a rooftop. It's a rooftop. We've got a bit of snow there, but that's fine. So we've got a couple of seats and tables out here, and then the swimming pool. Oh, that looks absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. I love the way the light's rippling on below the surface. But yeah, rooftop swimming pool. Go on, what more do you need? Well, I hope you enjoyed the little tour of the apartment complex there. Obviously, there's not a lot to it. A lot of it is just the same repeating rooms over and over again. But with that, the interior design competition is now open. So, apjava members, get yourselves over here. The buy-in is 1 diamond block. Now, there's a bunch of deeds in this chest here. So, once you've chosen the apartment you want, and feel free to have a look around before you choose one, just simply swap the deed for the diamond block, go up to your apartment, break the sign, and then put your name on it. Don't forget to keep the apartment number on though, just so people know which apartments have been claimed and which haven't. There's a full list of rules in this book here, but it's pretty simple. You can build individually or as part of a team. At the end of the competition, everyone gets a chance to vote. However, if you did team up, your team only gets 1 vote between you, not individual votes. That's just to make sure people can't vote for the people on their own team and stuff, and to make things fair. Now, you can change up any of the interior blocks. So what that means is any blocks that face out onto the exterior, for example, these blocks here, the glass panes and everything else, those cannot be changed. However, any space within here is yours to do with as you wish. So if you want to break down these walls and make a more open plan, go ahead, that's your choice. If you want to add more walls, again, completely your choice. The floors are too thick. So if I was to break that one there, that's the ceiling block for the apartment below. But these floors, you can go 1 down and change these out for a different material. Same with the ceiling, you can go 1 up and change out those materials as well. This is then the floor of the apartment above, so you don't want to change that. But that's basically it. I mean, one thing to bear in mind is you've got to make sure this place is spawn proof. You cannot have any mobs spawning in your apartment. That's not good. That's terrible, actually. So yeah, make sure you consider lighting above all else. Also, don't be a nuisance to your neighbours. You know, as a landlord of this place, I do not want to be getting complaints from tenants saying that the person above them keeps stomping their feet or is making a load of racket. And, you know, just be nice people. But that is going to be it for this episode. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of the apartment complex down in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.